So as you saw in the first video, I unboxed this thing, checked out the features on it and some of the specs, and took it out for some test runs. I used the stock pinion on it at that time. I bashed it off of a ramp into the grass, as well as took it to a skate park and did some serious bashing. If you haven't seen that video yet, definitely go check that out first and come back to this video. For this one, I'm excited to see how fast it is with the speed pinion on. It should be quite a bit faster. Online, I can see people doing speed runs at 37 miles an hour. So I'm not going to waste any time doing a speed test on this, as I assume that's what it'll be. But 37 miles an hour should be quite a bit faster. So I haven't really been able to take this to a dirt surface yet. So today, I'm excited to try that out. But first, let's get this thing fixed. So just a couple things to make note of. I ordered these two parts through the RLAARLO website, and that's because online on Amazon, where I was hoping to get them, they weren't available. So that's something I've mentioned before in other videos, is that, parts availability on trucks is an extremely important part of owning the truck, and it's something that often goes overlooked. You're usually looking at the truck itself and how it drives and how expensive it is, and sometimes not thinking about what happens when I break it. So I don't think this is always the case. A lot of times these trucks and their parts are available on Amazon, and in that case it's super convenient, or at least in the US I can say it's pretty convenient on Amazon. At this time it's out of stock, so I went through the website, and that means that I'm on the East Coast. I had to wait about 10 days for this to come from China. So again, quite a bit longer than Amazon. Not terrible, but the truck itself is currently also out of stock. I spoke to a spokesperson at RLAARLO. They said that they expect this to come, the carbon version at least, to come back into stock in about a week or so. So maybe by the time this video comes out, depending on when, it should be in stock. The non-carbon version is in stock on Amazon, so you can pick that up. I'll put a link for both if they're available in the description of this video. Another minor thing is that these shock standoffs look a little bit different than the ones that come stock with it. I think these may be the upgraded ones, so hopefully they fit and they go on okay. And the only other thing I need to do is replace the hinge pin on this lower A-arm in the front here. Okay, those are in. Next step, get that hinge pin fixed. Okay, time to put this in and back together. All right, that's back together. Things are looking good there. Now, the last step is to put this body mount post back on. So guys, I did just go through the truck bolt by bolt and found some pretty loose bolts on there from that first bash. So I'm glad I did that. I'd recommend you do the same either before you run it for the first time or definitely after. As in the first video, this is the battery that came with it, the RLAARLO battery, the 2200 milliamp 3-cell 35C. That looks faster than before. All right, so we got the RLAARLO out here in the dirt. It's happy in the dirt. Seems like it's doing good. This is, that new pinion definitely helps. Little squirrely, hard to keep it straight. That's one thing about these small trucks is when you try to slide them, they very easily kind of spin and do a 360. So not as fun, but see how it does on some jumps. Oh. All right. Still going. Ooh. There we go. Try a backflip. Oh, barely. Barely got it. You couldn't do that with the stock pinion, but you can barely do it with this. Ooh. Sometimes you can't do it at all. He's beating this thing. Oh my God. Well, I'm taking a durability test here. It turned at the last second. Alright, hopefully I get a good replay on that one, huh? Truck's still going. It's like squirrely as heck.
More wheelbase.
Yeah. Better stand up here this time. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Try a little bit on this turf track while I still have battery. It's kind of fun. So if you have a course like this near you, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. If you have a turf track near you, this might be a fun way to use a truck like this. So small and nimble. Not obviously for racing, but just for having fun. I'm surprised this battery's actually doing pretty good. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna break this thing. I better take the wheel off. Chain link fence jam. Oh my God, look, it hooked around. Ugh. Steering knuckle didn't break. That's impressive. Seems fairly well built for a cheap basher. You know, it's a wide range of what you'll get. It's a wide range of what you'll get when it comes to cheaper bashers, but this one has held up fairly well. I had this thing jammed in the chain link fence. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about some takeaways. First off, I looked through the truck and nothing was broken. This thing took some serious abuse. I'm actually really surprised nothing broke this time. It did break in the first video. Again, check that one out. But that was on a skate park, and I would say any truck I run is going to break at a skate park. And usually when I run on dirt like I did here, they also break. And so I'm surprised that this one didn't. So that's one of the big takeaway pros of this, is it's a really durable truck. These small, compact trucks like this usually are, but I would say this one, being built as tough as it was, just adds an extra element of rigidity and toughness. The other pro on this truck is definitely the budget. I think most would agree that this is just a really expensive time in the hobby. Prices are on the rise, and so something like this, which is budget friendly, is more appealing these days. This is really a truck for an entry-level RC driver. You know, it's good to learn on a truck that's so durable. You're going to crash a lot as you learn, and you saw how many hits this took and it didn't break. That's great for the novice RC driver. So it's great for entry level or for people on a budget. As to the downsides, you saw in the video that while it looked pretty fast and fun on the dirt, it was really squirrely. It's hard to drive straight, and that's just what you get with these short wheelbase trucks like this. That's even more true when you scale it down even smaller to a truck like this, or really any of those small scale trucks that have been a fad lately. You punch it and it's gonna kind of want to turn on its own. You saw how it almost took my head off by doing that earlier. So be careful out there. Luckily this is a light truck. That would have been a lot more painful. And lastly, the downside that I see is that it's just not accessible to get as many parts as you would like. Working on the truck doesn't seem too bad, and because it's durable, it's not too necessary, but buying parts seems to be. So Amazon does have options, and like I found, RLAARLO website itself has options too. Unfortunately, Amazon does not yet have this truck in stock, but like I said, I will put a link in the description once it becomes available. So if you're interested in buying this, check back on the channel for that. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of this budget basher test, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.